Well, hello everybody. Doug Rucker here with PressureWashingSchool.com again and DougRuckerStore.com. And we're located right here in the Houston, Texas area. We're in Porter, Texas. That's just north of the Humble Kingwood area. We're right off of the 59 and North Park exit. If you cut on over to, well, you're going to take North Park exit and then cut over east to Loop 494 and then hang a left at 494, and then we're right down on the left-hand side. You'll see our sign out on the road. Kind of big, kind of new, kind of proud of it. But anyway, of course, if you're not in the Houston area, don't forget that we always ship anywhere in the United States. So if we can ever help you with your pressure washing, your soft washing business, anything that you need, just feel free to reach out. You can call or text us at 281-612-1223, or you can email us at info@DougRuckerStore.com. And don't forget our website, DougRuckerStore.com. We build that kind of as an educational website. So we have a lot of videos on a lot of the products, a lot of videos from the YouTube channel, but we also try to fully explain each product. But if you have any questions before you buy something, we are here to help you. We want to make sure you get the right thing ordered and the right thing delivered. So again, call us, text us, 281-612-1223, or email info@DougRuckerStore.com. Hey, again, as I always like to remind, our next hands-on training school is Saturday, June 13th. That's Saturday, June 13th, right here in Houston, Texas with myself, or in Valdosta, Georgia with Judd West. These are a one-day training, all day Saturday. We start about 8:30, usually get done anywhere between 3 and 4 o'clock, just depending on how many questions get asked. So if you'd like to get registered and signed up, or you need more information about any of our training, like the brand new school community that we've built for not only for you to learn and drastically cut your learning curve, but also you're able to network with fellow contractors that are starting a pressure washing business just like you. So maybe you'd like to take advantage of our point training that's personalized on-site, individual next level training, or virtual training. We can do that too. So no matter how you'd like to get trained, either on screen or on scene, I've got you covered. Just go to PressureWashingSchool.com. All the information is right there. You can fill out the contact form there, or you can email any questions to learn@PressureWashingSchool.com. I had a question by email the other day about filtering our pressure washers. So I thought I'd do a little video of that. I'm going to talk about that next. All right, so yeah, the question was about how do we filter our water coming into our pressure washers. And the way we've been doing it, I've been doing it for several years, and also anytime we build a rig. And just so you know, anytime we're building a rig, trailer rig, truck rig, whatever, we always build it for ease of operation. We want to try to make everything as easy as possible to get to. We want to make everything workable. Money-making rigs is what we just love to build, because that's what I use. I don't have a lot of flashing lights, and other than the Flow Pro, I don't have lights and tanks, lights going around the trailer. Gas operated soft wash pumps and all that kind of stuff, we don't deal with that. On this one, I actually have an all flow 3/8 pump, and then on another rig I have the Kingslinger. This all flow is mainly here because somebody asked me to test it out because it kept stalling. I got the stalling issue fixed and just left it on there. So, but anyway, back to the filters. We use the brass Y strainers, and so that hooks up right at the pressure washer. We can remove this little nut here to clean it out. There's a screen inside there, and that helps to filter the water. Now, I know that there's all kinds of different filters out there. Banjo makes one. There's bottle ones. There's just plastic ones. And a lot of guys will hook them back along the hose, because here's your bulkhead fitting. It's coming along here to the unit. That's actually a check valve, because a hot water unit I had on here had a hard time pulling the water if we emptied it. If we detached here, this is a banjo setup that we detach, so if we need to drain the tank, we can do that. And so on that previous unit, we had to have this check valve to keep the water to the machine, and I couldn't use it to drain. So now that I got rid of that one, we just used the same hose, but just added a little connector here. And so this is basically what I call the water inlet modification. We always make our inlets to the pressure washer where we can disconnect and drain, fill a 5-gallon bucket, whatever we need to do. And so the water is coming in from the tank here, and it goes up to the machine into the Y strainer, and that's where it gets filtered at. It's very important that you're making sure that you're keeping the inside of your water tank clean. Don't let mildew build up in it. Don't let leaves, pine needles, sticks. We've seen all kinds of stuff, and all kinds of tanks come in here, and they have no water pressure. And first thing we always check is the filter, and half the time it's because it's clogged up with leaves or some type of debris or whatever. So this is how I have it on the 5-gallon per minute machine, simply because, again, this is how we had the check valve in here. We didn't feel like changing all the hose out, so we just left it there. And we put the water inlet modification here. And so there's your bulkhead for the 5-gallon. Over here is the bulkhead for the 8-gallon per minute machine, and I'll walk around and show you how we have the filter over there. So on the 8-gallon per minute, there again, you see the Y strainer. This is a 1-inch Y strainer. Then we have a 1-inch to 3/4 threaded adapter that goes into the machine. And then we have a little nipple coming off of that so that we can make the bend around in order to get the water from the bulkhead that's coming from the tank over there that I just showed you. And so that's the water inlet modification, where I can just simply disconnect that right there to fill up a bucket, drain the tank, whatever I need to do. So that's what I use, is these Y strainers, brass Y strainers. Been using them for 20-something years. Have tried other ones. They all pretty much work the same to me. Have never found the need to go from that. I like having it right at the machine, so that a lot of guys will put it in line in the hose and let it lay on the floor or whatever. I just don't like doing that, because it has a tendency to bounce around when you're traveling. They can crack if you set something on it and all that kind of stuff. So that's how we filter our water coming from our tank. And I am pretty religious and hardcore about keeping my tank clean, both my water tank. We keep the lid on it tight. We lose the lid, we go and get a replacement real quick. Same thing on the bleach tank. We keep it cleaned as well. About every 3 or 4 times that I fill this up with bleach, I completely rinse it out and get any salt, debris, and all of that stuff out of it. I never let mildew build up in the water tank. So that's how we do our water filtration on our unit. There's different ways you can do it. Everybody has their own filter they like. Everything in this business is personal preference. What works for you may not work for the other guy. What works for the other guy may not work for you. No, doesn't mean anybody's right or wrong. It's just the way you like to do it. And this is how I do it. So hope that answers any questions people have on water filtration from your tank to your pressure washer. Real quick, one thing I like about Project to Payments is they actually listen. I've been helping design features specifically for pressure washing businesses, and it shows. If you want software that works the way we work, grab 3 months for free at project2payment.com/Doug Rucker. All right, thanks so much for watching. I hope this has been helpful for you. Be sure to subscribe to the channel, give the video a like, hit the bell so that you get notifications of when videos come out that could help you. Leave me a comment or a question if you have one. I'll be glad to answer as quick as I possibly can. But again, I just want to tell you thanks so much for watching, and I hope you have a very, very blessed day.